Okay, it's Monday, November 29th in the evening. What I wanted to do here was kind of recap what happened to the watch list stocks that I posted yesterday. If you go back on Sunday night, on November 28th, I went through a whole bunch of stocks that had good, here on the weekly chart, that had good context to look for trades. And some of them were like this stock, Alcoa, at the bottom of a range. Other stocks had big green weekly bars that should continue. Others had red weekly bars, but they were in good uptrends and at some point, are looking to turn back up. So we went over that in that video. I didn't show every stock, but I gave you a general idea. Here, what I wanted to show, and what I did was I narrowed that list. I looked at stocks that have weekly options. There are about 650 of them, and I narrowed that list to 50 stocks, and I made a watch list, and I put them on. So then today, what I did was I went back and saw what each of those stocks did here. This is the 15-minute chart. This is the daily chart. So you can kind of see as I go through these quickly in a moment, that if they were above the midpoint and higher, or if they were possibly in congestion and starting out at the bottom of a prior day and heading up, each stock had its own context. But what I found was, and this almost seems incredible, but it's the way it worked. Today, if you would look at each stock, like today on Alcoa, for example, it opened up red, but above the midpoint, and then it kind of came to support, turned green. So there was your red to green buy, and it eventually moved up to new intraday highs, which was the target. So you'll see as I quickly go through all these, anything that has an arrow on the bottom is the entry point and a winning trade. Sometimes the entry happens right at the open on a green bar. Other times it comes down first. Other times it consolidates and goes up. So then there are some stocks that had no trades. They opened red and went straight down. So you'll see no arrow on the chart. And then there were a couple that had losing trades. I put an arrow on top, going down. And what happened was, out of the 50 stocks, here's the statistics. There were 31 winners today, if you would have been tracking all of these. 17 no trades at all, because the opening wasn't good. And there were only 3 losers. So out of all the trade setups, it was a 90% win rate today. I often say you can get above 70% pretty comfortably every day when you track the right stocks and the right opening patterns. Today was 90%. So anyway, I'm going to flip through these real quickly without even describing it. But you can just look on each chart where there was an arrow. That was a good trade set up for a stock in good context that, we discussed yesterday. So let me just go through these real quickly. And you can see here, you can kind of, you can see the symbol here, Apple, and you can just see where the arrow. Apple was the one stock, by the way, that had a losing trade to start and then a re-entry that would have won. Every other stock had just one setup for the day. So like AbbVie today was a winning trade because this was a good pattern to buy here on the first pullback for a move to new highs. So that type of thing. And then here's a stock, for example, ACN, that right from the start, 15-minute bar went up, you buy early, you could see what a big winner that was. So some were big winners, some were just, reaching the first target of intraday highs. But anyway, a win is a win, and, depending what it is. So if I flip through these, you could just see here, no trade, winner, 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 no trade, win, 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 no trade, no trade, no trade, loss, win, win, no trade. And again, the no trades are stocks that start red and go lower, not to support, and don't reverse back up. Win, no trade. You can see here we opened up red, went down. No, there was no reversal pattern at all above the close of yesterday or near the intraday highs. No trade here. Again, same thing. Opened up below the midpoint yesterday and went lower. Win, no trade. Win, no trade. This is a losing trade. So you can see here the first bar went up, it followed through, but then it came down to the halfway point of that first bar. So that's one of the 3 losses. Anyway, win, no trade, no trade, no trade. Big win, 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 no trade. Win, no trade, win, win, no trade, no trade, win, win, big win, and the last stock of the day wins. So again, 31 wins, 3 losses. And I can't tell you which stocks you would have been picking. The odds are you would have probably had a few good ones. Even the ones, if you picked one loser, there were plenty of winners to be following at the same time. So just wanted to show you the main thing with this video is pick stocks with the right context to start out, and then with good opening patterns, there's a high probability that you're going to get winning trades using this approach.